along with 1230 WBVP, 1460 WMBA, and streaming at beavercountyradio.com.
Mostly cloudy skies today with a high of 43 degrees. Partly cloudy overnight tonight with a low down to 27. Afternoon rain showers tomorrow with a high of 45 degrees. Then for your Wednesday, a chance of rain and a high of 42. Thursday, chance of morning snow showers and afternoon rain or snow showers with a high of 39 degrees. And Friday, mostly cloudy with a high of 33 degrees. That is a look at the news for now. I'm Frank Sparks, Beaver County Radio News, 95.7 and 99.3 FM, 1230 WBVP, 1460 WMBA, and beavercountyradio.com.
Local news, local topics, local conversation. You're listening to AM Beaver County on 95.7 FM, 99.3 FM, 1230 WBVP, and 1460 WMBA. Presented by St. Barnabas and streaming live at beavercountyradio.com.
It's 8:35 on this Monday morning, November 14th, 2022. Outside it's cloudy, 37 degrees, and on your dial it's Beaver County Radio. And I'm now joined in studio by Sharon Burchill. She is the artistic director for the Beaver Valley Choral Society. And Sharon, I'll go ahead and let you introduce the two guests we have on the phone line as well.
Okay, well, thank you, Matt. Good morning. It's wonderful to be back here in the studio. Congratulations to you folks on your 75th anniversary of BVP and 100th anniversary of Barnabas Health Systems. Apparently 1922 and 1947 were big years.
Yes.
We're excited because it's our 100th anniversary as well in the Choral Society.
Yes.
And,
congratulations.
Thank you. And we have a lot of interesting and exciting programs coming up. And I'm here today to talk about the one program that is brand new and introduce to everybody the recipient of a new program that we have created called the Choral Conducting Scholar. And our first recipient is Miah Sirianni. She will be on in just a moment to talk about her background and her plans with the group. And we're also joined by Pat Stagno, who is the vice president of the board, and she's going to discuss some things as well. But this program, the Choral Conducting Scholar, was in the works quietly over the summer. I was beginning to work on it. And then we met Miah early in the season in September, and she was actually applying for a different position with us. This position was not formally, done being created yet. We were so impressed with her in her live audition. She auditioned in front of the principal choir members and the pianist, and we were so impressed with her preparation and her skill level on the podium that we said, you know what, it's time to open up this program, and Miah's our first recipient. So if I could just introduce that program, it is the Choral Conducting Scholar, and it's a position that's designed to provide a hands-on learning experience for aspiring choral conductors through mentorship with the artistic director and podium time with the adult principal choir in sectionals, rehearsal, and concerts. The Choral Conducting Scholar will build confidence and expertise while cultivating their skills and techniques. And we were pleased to meet Miah, and she's our new friend, and she's the first recipient.
And Miah's on the line with us this morning. And Miah, how does it feel to be the first recipient of this? It has to be exciting, right?
Yes, it is. And it's quite an honor to be the first recipient in the BVCS's jubilant year and their anniversary as well. And it's just been a great hands-on experience so far.
So what kind of things have you been doing with, and I know Sharon mentioned, you've been conducting with the adult choir. Have you been sort of, making sure that they, are singing the right parts and sort of, helping out them in the...
I've really been able to dip my toes in all the aspects of the BVCS. So with the adult principal choir, I've been able to lead warm-ups and help with sectionals, as well as lead review sessions to prepare for our Messiah concerts, which are happening soon. And then most recently, last week, I got to work with the TYC, which is our youth choir, and I got to dip my toes in there as well and work with the kids, which was really fun. And so I'm getting a lot of experience in a bunch of different areas. I attended an orchestra rehearsal this past Saturday where I got to watch them work and really get into the nitty-gritty of things. And so, I've really been able to delve into several different areas in my short time with the BVCS.
And Sharon, I take it that she's fit right in with everybody and make sure that, everything has gone smoothly so far?
Oh, she's been fantastic. She's been fantastic. We knew she would be, but she's exceeded the expectations. She came highly recommended, and she's been working tremendously hard.
I'm glad to hear that, because I know in the past there's been a couple of little sort of side parts where students have earned like scholarships with the Choral Society, and they've done a little bit of this and that, sort of like a guest thing. But this is the first time that a student has really gotten into the weekly process of trying to make these concerts, which are coming up soon, as smooth and as beautiful as they are. And granted, the Choral Society does a good job of that in and out. That's why they've been doing what they've been doing for 100 years. But at the same time, going back to Miah, how much work does it take to put all of this together? Because again, it's not just a matter of, you come in, you sing, and that's it. It's a matter of singing tunefully, singing correctly, making sure everything's polished. And again, not just with the adults, but with the kids as well. I imagine that takes a lot of work.
Yeah, I mean, one motto in life is teamwork makes the dream work. So I think it's a combination of everyone's hard work in rehearsal, but also outside of rehearsal, and that goes for Mrs. Burchill and Mrs. Yester, our accompanist, and our singers as well. It takes a village, but we get it done, and it's just really about loving the music and loving the mission that we work towards. And with that, we have really created some really beautiful music for this season, and I'm really excited for everyone to hear it.
Yes, and of course, those concerts are coming up very soon. And again, with Sharon and me at the helm, along with everybody else who's been involved with the Choral Society, what is going to be this year? Because I know she mentioned that the name of it is Messiah. Is that going to be the theme of this year's shows?
Well, it's the second half of the concert. The full theme is Emmanuel Shall Come, Messiah, and that is taking two titles from two pieces. Emmanuel Shall Come by Dan Forrest. That closes the first half of the concert. And the second half is the Christmas selections from Messiah. So solos, arias, recitatives, 5 choruses, culminating in the grand Hallelujah chorus.
Yes.
And so it's a broad concert, but there's a little bit of something for everybody. And we're covering, obviously multiple time periods and genres.
And then that's always been part of, the Choral Society's repertoire as well. But going to the actual theme as well, because again, a lot of it is it's rooted in spirituality. And how has that played with getting everybody back together? Because again, we've been through a couple things the last couple years, and again with Miah being part of this as well. How has the spiritual nature sort of infused itself into the Choral Society? Because I know it's the base, but at the same time, to sort of go through all these pieces is, it requires a lot of sort of, thought of what's going on at all times.
Well, yes, it does. And that's part of the mission, as you know, to share our talents for the glory of God. That is why we do what we do, and our message is in the music. This Christmas season, our message is balancing darkness and light, because out of darkness came light, and that's one of the overarching themes of this concert. But you're right that there is the spiritual aspect that we strive to share with our audience through all of our concerts all season long.
We're talking with Sharon Burchill. She's the artistic director of the Beaver Valley Choral Society. Pat Stagno, she's the vice president of the Beaver Valley Choral Society, and Miah Sirianni, who is the inaugural choral conducting scholar in the choral conducting scholar program. And Miah, let's go back to you for a second. What made you decide to want to go into music? I mean, of course, music is everywhere, but what made you decide to turn it into a lifelong passion such as this?
Yeah, so at my high school, I attended high school at Kenmore East in my hometown of Buffalo, New York. And my musical experience in high school is very unique in comparison to other schools. I was immersed into music almost every hour of the day and had something going on at all times of the year. And it just really became a part of me and a part of my identity. And I don't think that I would have really been happy doing anything else. And it's just, who I am. Like I'm that's what I'm good at. And so I chose to go to Duquesne to pursue my bachelor's in music ed. And through that, I really found that conducting was another one of my callings, if you will. And I just really gravitated towards it, and that became part of me as well. And so through some classes at Duquesne and other leadership experiences, I've been led to where I am now. And I'm so fortunate and so grateful to the BVCS for all the opportunities they've given me. But yeah, it's just always been a part of me, always, ever since I was a little girl in the back seat of my mom's car, beating my head to Taylor Swift, you know. I just have always loved music, and I never won't love music.
So how did you end up finding the Choral Society? Because I know you end up going to Duquesne, and it's not too far away from where the Choral Society is headquartered in Beaver County. But what led you to the BVCS?
Yeah, so at Duquesne, I take some conducting lessons with one of my professors, Dr. Daly, and Dr. Daly and Mrs. Burchill know each other, and so she introduced me to the position, and I knew that it would be a great deal of experience, and so I applied, and here I am.
Well, there you go, and the power of networking, as we learn about so often in college and later on in adult life, pretty much for the rest of our lives. So what are your goals to be accomplished? Because I know, like Sharon mentioned, you've done so much with the Choral Society already and the Treble Youth Chorale. What's your ultimate goal with the Choral Society?
So my ultimate goal with the Choral Society, other than just making music and, you know, having an awesome time like we have been, my ultimate goal is to really cultivate my